Welcome to This Week in West Hempstead, sponsored by Spiegel Law PC, 516-873-1683, Tiffany Dry Cleaners, and Reister's Bakery. Here are your hosts, David and Norm. Take it away, gentlemen.
All right, thank you, Dan and Norm. Great to be back in the studio.
Always good.
So, school budget vote is coming up May 20th, and what are your thoughts?
My thoughts are that the educator came out. It's a brochure from the Department of Education. It runs through all the numbers. There's enough to make your brain freeze. There's a $2 million increase in their budget. That's below the mandatory cap.
Yeah, with $1 million coming out of transportation, right?
Just for transportation, $1.1 million increase just for busing. That's the single largest item.
Yeah, there's a bunch of other things there, but I think it can be explained. Also, they're cutting into the reserve fund, a little bit less than previous years.
Yeah, but still $4.9 million. I don't even understand how the reserve fund works. Do you?
No, I don't know how it gets replenished. Like, you think you just keep taking out, but how does it get put back in?
Somehow.
And where is that balance?
But where's the bottom line? I mean, at what point do you stop taking from your reserve fund and start making stuff available for emergencies?
I will say, like I think in previous conversations with the budget folks and with Karen, they've said it's not an unlimited pot of money. So unless there's something coming in from the state, I don't quite know what's going on.
Yeah, well, it certainly ain't coming from the federal government. And,
Well, Karen Brohm's coming in, right?
Yeah, so we're going to be talking to Karen early next week, and we'll be asking her those questions. But, for the most part, given the economy and given what's going on with inflation and all the economic strains, a total increase of 2.58% on paper, not a terrible number, but you would like it to go down, and you'd like to see, your local taxes going down. But,
nothing goes down. Taxes don't go down. The budget never goes down. Has there ever been a time when it ever went down?
I'm not sure in our lifetime. It's one of the guarantees.
By the way, compared to what we talked about last week, one of the other districts that I think is letting all kinds of people go, if we're being able to keep the people that we have and still not overdo it, it could be worse. And again, as you say, it's the busing that's the big piece.
Yeah,
in fact, I think they gave tenure to 10 more people, right?
They did. That was very exciting. There was a list of 10 different educators, of course, which I would get like pretty much every single name wrong. But the one to spotlight is Principal Joe Pumo.
There you go.
And again, his simple name, and of course I will mess it up. And he's been playing a key role in the secondary school, and again to all the teachers.
Well, we all want good teachers, right? They only keep the best.
Well, that's what it is. To keep school at a certain high level, you got to pay teachers. You got to keep the building running well. You got to keep the fields manicured. This all costs money, and it just is what it is. So, just looking at the election rundown, we didn't have everything confirmed last week, but just to reiterate, Karen Brohm and Byers Cole are both running unopposed. So, congratulations to both of them. And there's one contested seat. This is the Burt Glass seat. And there you're going to have Alan Skorsky against Janine Galina. And it should be an interesting race.
Yeah, sure.
Yep, we have just a little bit of details here. I mean, Alan is a West Hempstead resident, is certainly been pretty active in attending board meetings and things like that. I don't know that he has specifically education experience, but of course he raised his own kids and certainly is an interested party. Janine passed along some information. She's been an educator for about 30 years. She's been in West Hempstead for some time. She's got a kid in West Hempstead Secondary, so whatever, they've got whatever it is now, 12 days or something to fill us in on what they have to say about it, and let's see what they said, what happens.
Yeah, I mean, we're definitely looking forward to interviewing them, and I mean, we know Alan well, and he's very active in the community, and it's going to be an interesting race, especially Janine with all of her experience, 30 plus years in education. And she's got some great skills as well. So
we'll end up with people who care about education.
Yeah, the only thing that I'm not clear about, and just by reading kind of what they posted on Facebook, which wasn't a whole lot, is what are their positions? Like, what do they stand for? Or, what are they trying to change? Basically, what I'm hearing from both of them is status quo. Again, didn't get into the details, but just looking at their posts. And what's further interesting is like the typical noise that we hear around the community around this time, things like UPK and other things that always chirp up. We're not really hearing this year. So what do we conclude from that? Is this a season where the election is just going to go real smoothly and there's no issues? Or is there still a fight to be had, and what is that fight?
I think it'll surface over the next couple of weeks. We'll find out.
Okay. That was very helpful, Norm. I was looking for,
I can't make it up here. If these people don't want to express their platforms, it's up to them to let us know why we should vote for them.
Yeah, if you want Norm to come up with what their platform should be, I'm sure it'll be awesome.
I used to work with another Norm, and he used to tell us the answers that we had in our head before we would say the answers. I figured,
sorry, not happening.
Anyway.
Let this be my first reminder. Please go out and vote. Right?
Yes,
I'm going to do this 4 times between now and then. Don't complain if you don't go vote. The vote polls are open all day. Go.
All right.
Let's talk about major crime in West Hempstead.
Well, this was actually not a huge crime, but it was not exactly in West Hempstead. It was just north in Garden City South,
1 block
on Nassau Boulevard. Nassau County Police arrested the manager of the Grand Kratom, I don't even know how to pronounce that.
That's probably right.
Smoke shop for selling flavored vape products.
Wow.
You would think that they're probably selling a lot more than vape products.
Hope it goes hard time.
No, it's a misdemeanor, and I think there's a court date set for May 29. I don't know. This was on the police blotter. I mean, This should be like the worst, that we have going on.
Genuinely, I have to ask, was this really worth an arrest?
Yeah,
if you want to slap the guy with a fine, desk ticket, something like that, did they really have to arrest him?
Yeah, that's what it's, all you got to do is just look at the sign in front of the store, and it tells you all this stuff. Half of it's legal, half of it's not. I mean,
yeah, just send the guy a summons. They got cops tied up in this.
Yeah, so this was a story that I found in Newsday, and it actually physically took place in Lakeview, and just south of here. And the bottom line is that there's a food pantry, the Friends of the Poor Foundation, and it was run out of someone's house. And it was shut down by the town for not having permits and illegal commercial use. And, it's one of those sad stories. I mean, here you have people that are trying their best to do outreach to the community any way they can. They're obviously not supposed to be doing this, in the house.
Right.
But,
they claim to be serving 200 people. That's a lot of family. So I would say there are local churches that I would think would step up and provide facilities for them. They're not going to be able to afford to rent a storefront. Mm-hmm. And that's clearly not something you can do out of your home. A lot of people coming and going all the time.
Yeah, I don't know, Dan, what are your
this is a rant for me.
All right, go for it.
I appreciate all of their concerns. I get the neighbors are probably unhappy if people are lining up, 15 deep or whatever it is. I get it. But if these people are correct, I took a look at their Instagram and their Facebook. They claim they gave away something like 10 million pounds of food.
Wow.
You look on their Instagram, it's fruits and vegetables and commercially packed things like Costco apple pies, all kinds of stuff like that. There's a lot of people out there who are hungry, who are in need, and who can't afford it. We all know where the prices are and everything. And for the town to come in here and start, issuing citations, whatever it is they want to do, I understand, want to protect the community, yada, yada, yada. These people are doing something good.
What they should have done, the town should have stepped up and said, we'll help you.
Yeah.
Here's how we can help you. Tell us how you're going to help.
Provide us
don't
a space.
Cite them.
Provide a space. I guarantee you this empty town of Hempstead properties.
There's a garage somewhere.
You got the Capri Motel. I mean,
right. Perfect. That's perfect.
This is the kind of government intervention that drives me absolutely out of my mind. Like, I fully understand protecting citizens, but this is nuts. They're helping people.
Yeah.
And,
You know
and
what?
why?
David just came up with the perfect solution.
There you go.
Down at Hempstead, the Capri Hotel is empty. There are hundreds of rooms there that are available. Let this community group come in.
Just don't nominate me for any position. All right, now is probably a good time for us to take a quick commercial break.
Tiffany Dry Cleaner is ready to handle all your cleaning, laundering, and dry cleaning needs. We offer free pickup and delivery Sunday to Friday in all communities. Give us a shot.
All right, and we're back. And, for those of you who have memorized the Tiffany Dry Cleaners commercial, and I'm sure there are many of you out there, I just want you to know that we're going to be doing new commercials for Jeff. He has a new app, he has a new website, so we got to spruce it up. So,
if anybody wants a copy of it, I'm happy to provide it.
So some sad news from the community, also the larger community, the 5 towns in Woodmere, acknowledged the passing of Mitch Froelich. He was known for a Brooklyn bagel store called Old Bagel, but also in West Hempstead, apparently he had the local butcher's store before I&D, and he also had a kosher burger spot in West Hempstead, which, quite honestly, and I've been here for over 20 years, I wasn't even aware of that.
Yeah, well, no, we could definitely use a burger spot. So if you want to open up in memory, Mitch, that'd be fantastic.
Yeah, and he was a former Woodmere Fire Commissioner, and sad to hear of his passing. So the library this past Sunday had a Alzheimer's community event, and they hosted this beautiful Cinco de Mayo gathering for caregivers and recipients. There was dancing, lunch, and just a really great opportunity to give back to the community.
Yeah, really nice to see.
Yeah. And Norm, so May 12th, which is right around the corner at Echo Park, they're going to have a senior scam prevention seminar. What's up with that?
This is a multi-billion-dollar industry.
Yeah.
They are calling up seniors who are sitting on some bank accounts and scamming them out of money, claiming that they're a relative, claiming that there's a business fine that needs to be paid, that there's people arrested. You can't fall for these scams. You can get educated. The town is willing to educate you. And if May 12th at Echo, they'll tell you about a lot of the things that people have been susceptible to.
Yeah, this is really, really important. I don't even think it's for seniors, because maybe the event is for seniors, but the truth is people get scammed any age. The scammers are getting better and better at it. They hang off of phone calls, on emails. They feel like they're representing, like you're talking to the bank, and you're talking to the scammers. They called me from my bank. They told me it was Chase Bank, and they really can make it sound real. So May 12th at Echo Park, and check it out. Yep. And so there was a postponement of the spring dust-off car show. Yeah, what's that about? Every year they have this thing at Point Lookout where they have all these great vintage cars. They're also going to have Kids Zone, celebrity guests like Chip Foose and Dave Kindig, who I have no idea who either one of them are. I can tell you that Chip Foose used to be on TV sometimes. There was a program where he would customize a car. I kind of got into it even though I know nothing about cars. Yeah. So now it's May 18th at Point Lookout? Yeah, and it's a big family event, and it's just a huge Long Island thing that you want to be on. Right. Yeah, I should say. I had some new pizza this week. Yeah, I also I visited the Pizza Block, which opened up, had a soft launch opening earlier this week, and got to meet the owner, Alicia Block, and his family, and really exciting. It's a clean new place. The food was good. I enjoyed the pizza. Yeah. So of course, I watch Dave Portnoy a lot on social media with his One Bite Pizza. So I was figuring to myself, how would I rate this pizza? And I got to tell you something. It was really, really good. It was the way I like it. It was thin. It was crispy. I would give it Probably,
you don't even
I'm going to give it an 8.1.
Yeah.
No,
You don't even have to
in the
rate
Dave
it.
Portnoy scale, that would be a very good. That would be a very good number.
No, but the truth is, every pizza store does it a little bit differently, and so it's really interesting to see.
Yeah, and also down the road on Hempstead Avenue, we have a new opening, not open yet, at least at the time of airing, for Juice Steak.
Yep.
And of course, what would be an opening without threads on social media? So in this particular case, the social media sort of revolved around whether or not the For Juice Sake was going to be kosher, because it's embedded within an area where there are a lot of people that keep kosher, and it didn't sound like the owner was originally thinking along those lines, but is very open and receptive to doing things for the community that would further help her business as well, and she's
Right.
also a resident of West Hempstead. So we give a shout out for Juice Sake and welcome them to the community. All right, and just rounding third and heading for home, we got Mother's Day, and got a lot of stuff going on at Restorers. Dan, what's cooking
as
there?
usual, all kinds of stuff on special. And listen, Mom would always appreciate something delicious from there. Cakes, cookies, danishes, bread, whatever it is. We had a couple of conversations. There's maybe some interesting things could be coming down the road. So there's a lot to look for at Restorers. Pop in there, get yourself something delicious.
Yeah, we don't really talk about their breads, but I got to tell you something. Their rye breads are unbelievable. Like if you like, old school rye breads, you're not going to find anything like it.
That's my weakness.
It's really the best. A little rye bread and some butter. Oh my God.
Oh, God.
And finally, just to wrap things up, we're going to have the voting coming May 20th, and we'll have the interview next week with Karen Brohm. We also have stuff on the web regarding the Heatherwoods build, and we'll have the full interview also coming up next week, so we should be really busy.
Enjoy the weather.
Yeah, and you know what? Like us on Facebook. We would really appreciate it.
Instagram too, while you're at it. Why not? Sure.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching, everybody. Please be sure to visit our sponsors, Spiegel Law PC, Tiffany Dry Cleaners, and Reister's Bakery. To find out more or to reach out to us, come visit us on social media at Facebook and Instagram, or visit our website at westhempsteadecho.com.